Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. We'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a crazy show in store for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Also, if you're not a part of our membership, make sure you guys join the membership. It's like we have people joining every day, and we got a lot of stuff going on there. So make sure you check that out. We have that pinned in the comments below. Let's get into today's story here. So, as you guys know, we've been covering this Joy Taylor, Skip Bayless story with Charlie Dixon and these guys and what's been going on at FS1 there ever since that bombshell lawsuit dropped about a week or so ago, the 42-page lawsuit that alleged all kind of crazy things like Skip Bayless with having inappropriate behavior in an office place, rubbing his body against the former hairdresser that used to work there, making sexual advances, offering the woman $1.5 million to sleep with him, accusing her allegedly of choosing Shannon Sharpe over him. At least that's what the lawsuit said. You have that aspect of it. You have Joy Taylor being accused of abuse of power, using her prowess to get to the position that she's at. They brought in names like Emmanuel Acho and others, but they're not being charged with anything or defendants in any way whatsoever. And a lot of us have reacted to it. Yesterday, we reacted to a show where viewers came for Skip Bayless, where he posted on Twitter, X, where he was asking his audience to leave in their questions that they want him and his wife Ernestine to answer because they have this show together. And they were asking audience members to send in their questions, and people started asking them about the lawsuit. Of course, they're going to start asking about the lawsuit. So you have all of that going on there. So what happened? This morning, I was just combing through the internet, and I came across an article, of course, from Front Office Sports, and had the following headline. It says, Fox Sports lawsuit complicates network Super Bowl plans. And I'm like, this is very interesting because there are a lot of stakeholders here that may be affected by this bombshell lawsuit that just broke just a few days ago. So what we want to do is we want to actually read this lawsuit for you, this article for you now, and then kind of give you guys our thoughts on what the hell is really going on. Here, let's get into this article here. Skip Bayless said plenty about topics from Mike McCarthy's status with the Cowboys to the NFL's playoffs over the last week on social media and his YouTube channel. Joy Taylor appeared as usual on her FS1 show that covered a wide range of topics. Neither, however, touched the elephant in the room, the blockbuster lawsuit that named Bayless, Taylor, Fox Sports EVP, Charlie Dixon, FS1, Fox Sports, and Fox Corp itself as defendants. That doesn't mean that there haven't been discussions behind closed doors at Fox about the series of allegations made in a lawsuit by former FS1 employee Faraji, who worked as a hairstylist at the network. The clock is ticking. Fox is poised to broadcast the Super Bowl on February 9th, and FS1 will have a large presence in New Orleans. The last thing they want is for this to become a distraction in New Orleans, a source close to Fox told Front Office Sports. Since Front Office Sports reported the lawsuit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court earlier this month, the public has been more interested in the claims involving defendants Bayless and Taylor. There's been plenty of fodder around others mentioned in the lawsuit, including Shannon Sharpe and Emmanuel Acho, neither of whom appear as defendants in the lawsuit. Again, these are allegations, nothing more, nothing less. But sources told FOS that Fox executives at the company's Century City Studios, where the allegations are centered, and New York, where Fox Corp is headquartered, are trying to figure out how to respond to the lawsuit, both in Los Angeles, in the Los Angeles Superior Court, and in the public square. Fox Sports' only public response to the lawsuit came on January 5th. We take these allegations seriously and have no further comments at this time given this pending litigation, the company said in a statement. Chances of settlement. The chances of settlement with Faraji before the Super Bowl are one of many unknowns related to the litigation. Fox should cut a deal with Faraji and try to settle the suit before the Super Bowl Sunday, says crisis PR consultant Mike Paul, CEO of Reputation Doctor. That would enable Fox executives and on-air talent to deflect questions about the suit during Super Bowl week. They can't make it go away on their own, Paul told FOS, but they can seek to minimize it by getting it done first. Then they can use the excuse we have confidentiality agreements. We can't talk about it. But that's not going to stop it from still heating up on social media. That's not going to stop it from still being talked about by other networks and other news organizations, Paul added. And minus some kind of resolution, there will be awkwardness at Fox Sports. CEO Eric Shanks likely takes the stage alongside broadcaster Kevin and Tom Brady for the annual pre-Super Bowl news conference. There's little doubt reporters will ask about the litigation during the presser, pulling attention away from Fox Sports coverage of his latest Super Bowl broadcast. Then the article then goes on and says other stakeholders who should be worried. The NFL declined to comment on the lawsuit, but Paul said there are other stakeholders that Fox and the NFL should worry about. Fox Sports, FS1, and Fox Corp are in a tough spot, he says. Not only from a legal perspective, but from a reputational and branding standpoint. Start with the NFL, Fox's most important business partner. Some employees have jokingly dubbed their network Fox Sports since it's so reliant on the Shield. The NFL could be dragged into the story during Super Bowl week. The last thing Commissioner Roger Goodell wants is the media fixated on a salacious sex scandal as its Super Bowl broadcast rather than the big game itself. What if reporters sink their teeth into Shanks and Goodell at the official Super Bowl presser and won't let go? It's something on a much smaller scale that the NFL Network has faced 2 years ago when Michael Irvin was suspended during Super Bowl week after an alleged incident at a Phoenix hotel. Irvin, who forcefully claimed he did nothing wrong from the start, was off NFL Network for about 6 months, and his lawsuit against the hotel chain took the same amount of time to settle out of court. Fox declined to renew Bayless's contract in August, but Taylor could be a target for crass fans if she co-hosts FS1 Speaks on location at an outdoor set, as Super Bowl media partners typically do with their studio shows. Don't forget the dozen of blue chip advertisers who have spent $7 million per 30-second spot to promote their brands during Fox's game telecast. CBS pocketed more than $650 million in ad dollars for its coverage of the Super Bowl last February. Does Fox want family-friendly or female-focused brands to get cold feet? It's unlikely. Given that last year's Super Bowl drew in 123.7 million TV viewers, but you never know. Finally, there's the NFL's legions of women in the NFL's broad fan base, including those who have been brought into the fold as part of the Taylor Swift phenomenon. The league wants to keep that going. It doesn't want women's groups attacking its business relationship with Fox to distract from its marquee event. Folks, ain't nobody playing over here with this story. This is a very, very, very serious situation. Did you hear the numbers they were talking about? $657 million per 30-second spot. And then you got this nonsense festering in the corner, in the peripheral of the Super Bowl itself. This is a very, very serious situation. And I got to be honest with you. Had I not read this article, I wouldn't have known that the stakes were this high. It's a very, very serious matter. Now, whether or not this is going to be settled by the Super Bowl, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Don't really know any lawyers. So I have no idea whether or not that's going to be a reality. What I do know, based on what I just unearthed from reading this document right here, this article right here, I know that Fox stands to lose a lot. And the last thing that the NFL wants to do is to be annexed to this madness. Because in all actuality, it has nothing to do with them. It's something that has to do with one of their business partners. And trust me, there are some contracts out there that exist that if you screw up during the duration of a particular contract that you have signed with so-and-so company, they could drop your ass. Oh, those things exist. So this is very, very serious, and we have to see where this thing goes in the coming weeks. So what I want to know from you guys, where do you see this thing going ultimately? Do you think that they're able to settle out of court, or this thing drags on longer and it starts to become ugly and then other names start getting thrown out there? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we'll catch you guys on the next show. And also, don't forget to sign up to our membership that we have pinned in the comments below. You don't want to miss out on what's going on over there as well. Catch you guys later. Peace.